So do you see here where my bail was set by a judge whose mother's house was my last place of employment? Apparently, Judge Harvey Weinstein didn't approve of the job I did on his mother's back door and set my bail at $15,000.
Do you see here where he checks this box to commit me in default of bail?
That check mark for commitment is BS. This was a planned audit from when I got arrested at the courthouse. And I had my bail bondsman on standby. Judge Matthew Harvey checked that box to make sure I was processed before being released. That means this judge forced me to show another grown man my brown eye.
Taylor, make sure you look in there real good.
And that's why I call him Judge Matthew Robert Harvey Weinstein. This man regularly defiles Lady Liberty. Okay, so let me set this up. I was arrested January 8th. 9 months later, 2 hours before close of business the day before my trial, my case gets assigned its first qualified judge, whom stays trial for another 100 days. Violations of due process and a right to a speedy trial notwithstanding, I'm a primary resident of the Republic of Texas, and I've been remanded into the custody of the pedophile protecting Pennsylvania Commonwealth for 10 months.
You know how these guys hid my triple attempted murder?
I didn't follow that.
No, well, how about you give me your card and I'll show you? Why don't you show your concern?
I'm not interested.
There's shit I gotta do back home in Texas.
Do you see this shit? And this shit? The fall redfish run only happens once a year.
And the Red Drum doesn't approve of pedophile protectors. And that's why you won't find redfish in Pennsylvania. So I gotta get out of my bail here in the Commonwealth to attend to my affairs down in the Republic of Texas. My new judge requested a formal motion to consider it, so I let him have it. See Exhibit A, bail. Sections highlighted in pink. Notice that the issuing authority is Magistrate Matthew Robert Harvey, and that defendant's last place of employment was at Magistrate Matthew Robert Harvey's mother's house for a cash job. Magistrate Matthew Robert Harvey was visibly upset about defendant's assessment that his mother's back door was wore out in a classic case of overuse. Strangely enough, defendant's under-the-table work on his mother's back door left a bad taste in Magistrate Harvey's mouth, as Magistrate Harvey set defendant's bail at $15,000. This is $5,000 more than he set for his buddy, see Exhibit B, buddy bail, that pulled his pistol out on defendant, was disarmed of it, see Exhibit C, attempted murder, then chased him down and stabbed him, see Exhibit D, disorderly conduct, then received an illegal sentence of ARD, as noted, highlighted in pink in Exhibit B, buddy bail, despite being a recent firearms offender, see Exhibit E, previous firearms offense. Notwithstanding Magistrate Harvey's personal conflict of interest regarding his dissatisfaction of defendant's work on his mother's blown out back door, and despite not being able to find the following documents in the Magistrate nor Court of Common Pleas dockets, see Exhibit F, full bench recusal number 1, and Exhibit G, full bench recusal number 2. Instantly, this invalidates Magistrate Harvey's bail order, as all judges and magistrates of the 51st Judicial District are now recused. Additionally, defendant is an honorably discharged veteran, see Exhibit H, honorable, with minimal criminal record outside of the criminal Adams County Court of Common Pleas that charged him with a felony for getting stabbed by their buddy. In the 10 months that defendant has awaited the Adams County Court of Common Pleas to find one qualified judge that didn't help with his attempted murder, defendant has shown that he is not a flight risk, in spite of being remanded in the district that hit his stabbing, still bumping into his triple attempted murderer while he's armed with a pistol that he tried to kill defendant with.
Really? So how'd you get off for stabbing me?
Well, I'm not off. I actually...
Yeah. You got off with murder, pulling your pistol on me.
Well, I'm sorry.
So you're...
Also, defendant is currently suing the Adams County District Attorney's Office and the Pennsylvania State Police for racketeering. Defendant has clearly displayed that he is in no position to want to flee before he topples this domestic terrorist regime taking hold in the crony wealth of Pennsylvania. Clearly, he is here to uphold his oath to defend the Constitution against domestic enemies. All right, so you saw in my motion, I tagged Judge Matthew Robert Harvey Weinstein back pretty hard for making me show another grown man my brown eye.
Nobody works on my mom's back door but me.
The good news is that my new judge is a fellow veteran.
Look right here, he's a member of the local veterans organization. That's gotta mean something to these Pennsylvanians.
Yes, sir.
Over the place through this. If you want to speak to the sheriff, his office is open.
Well, Mr. Sheriff, there's a violent offender that stabbed me.
To please cease and desist.
Of what?
of making any kind of plea or any kind of.
Well, I'm seeking
request
support
here.
from local veterans because I'm an out-of-town veteran and I got stabbed and the county broke the law to cover it up.
On the behalf of the Legion, because this is private property,
Right.
okay,
Uh-huh.
they have asked for us to ask you to leave.
Really?
They have, yeah.
Okay. And Dane, you know I'm a member, right?
So that's something you would have to address with the Legion management. We have no say in that, okay?
Okay.
The Legion manager, who identified himself as being the manager here, has asked us to ask you to leave.
Well, I don't know if he understands that I am also a member.
So that's, again, an issue that you would have to address with the Legion. That's not something that we can address for you here.
Gotcha. Okay, well, sorry. Hey, while I got your attention, I'd like to report a crime. Dude, there's a criminal. Here, check this out. Check this out. I got it all right up for you. There's a criminal about to go up there. He's in your jurisdiction right now. Uh-huh.
This is something I'm sure many people have already told you. You're going to have to address with the district attorney.
So I don't know anything about this guy for certain yet, but you can understand my reservations. And that's why I played my veteran credentials on this guy hard. If he thought it sucked to come home and get spit on after he came home from Nam, how do you think he'd feel if he had to come home to get stabbed?
That stab wound right there. Well, tell me, what do you have a problem? What do you have a problem with?
I'm standing here and listen to you run your mouth, dude. Do it somewhere
Well,
else.
you're the one that has an annoying voice. Why are you talking?
Fuck you.
Oh, really? I'm glad you're not one of my potential jurors.
Maybe I am.
Yeah, maybe you'll get called back in next week. So what's your problem with me having a problem about getting stabbed? If you got stabbed and these guys
I can
hid
care
your
less
triple
if you got
attempted murder,
stabbed. I don't want to hear you
well,
run your
they'll do
mouth.
it to you.
I
They'll,
don't fucking care. Go
well, you're
away.
the one running your mouth with the annoying voice, man.
I'm very sorry
Mhm.
that has happened to you,
Uh-huh.
but I'm getting a little upset.
Well, likewise, I'm very sorry that you're upset.
Also triggering. I know you're public speaking. And
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to
opinion.
prevent. Okay, triggers are about worrisome events. A worrisome event would be getting chased down and stabbed.
Yes, and for some people, yelling can be triggering, and right now my heart rate is elevated just from.
How do you think I felt when I got chased down and stabbed and had all the cops hide it?
In a great
So
way.
a guy standing around with a raised voice is much more engaging, is much more worrisome than a guy walking around armed in public with a license to kill, despite anything.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up?
I'm Officer Orth. with
Officer
Gettysburg
Orth?
Police.
Yes.
Talk
No.
over here, please.
No,
Okay. Well, these people don't want you to bother them,
they're not. I'm not.
but clearly you are.
Well, this guy, this is public speaking, man. How is it
I
illegal to
understand.
bother somebody
I'm not
by
saying
public
it's
speaking?
illegal.
I was bothering other people, and now I'm talking to Sergeant Weichert.
You're bothering people now.
That's what you were saying. I was saying that as a euphemism.
But you just admitted that.
Don't touch my camera.
Don't get it-
Do not
put it
touch
out-
my
get it out of
camera.
my face, please.
You get out of my face. I was standing
I'm not
here
in your
talking.
face.
You
We got a
came
complaint.
over here.
We got a complaint.
And you can complain all you want. Hey, you know what? I have a complaint. These guys up here hit my triple attempted murder.
Nothing I can do for you.
I know you can.